A red herring refers to a logical fallacy as presented or factual issue as, well, forget all that. A red herring, the origin of the term, is derived from the practice of training hunting dogs by dragging cured herrings in the opposite direction of the scent trail of a fox. This would train dogs to detect distractions and stay on their intended trail. In Pynchon, a red herring would be like a false lead, false information, a wrong track, going down the wrong track. If you know it, let me know in the comments. I think the term begins with an M, and I want to say mulligar, like not mulligan, like in golf, you take another swing, another shot, but put it this way, in Gravity's Rainbow, we're led to believe that Slothrop's erections coincide with the V8 bomb dropping. So whenever he's getting laid, having sex, soon thereafter, a bomb drops. Well, some 350 pages later, the end of part 2, we're told that, aha, this was a red herring. You just wasted all this time. Or did you waste it? How do we break into Pynchon? And do you want to find it enjoyable? Why do we read Pynchon? That's what I'm asking tonight. I just finished Crying of Lot 49, and I'm waiting. I'm in a small group on Voxer ReadNet, 4 people, including myself. Wait for another reader to finish up. No rush or anything. We've only been reading since March 8th. And I knocked this out in 3 days, leisurely, along with the audiobook. I always say with Pynchon, I need all the help I can get. Before I forget, I'm going to go on to read. I think somebody's going to be joining me from the group. We're going to go on to read Inherent Vice. Probably, definitely by May, maybe next month. I think I can fit it in. Got the audio for this. I've read this before. I've never seen the movie. Patricia H. was mentioning after me to see the movie, so I will. I know Joaquin Phoenix plays Doc, but getting back to this, I read this one time before, and I might as well have it. It's the thing about Pynchon, you could reread them a lot. I also want to mention Greg at Another Bibliophile Reads. Went through all the Pynchon novels he's read, and it's most of them, if not all. And this winds up being his favorite. Why? Because he could but the conspiracy made sense to him at the end. Pynchon packs a lot of info into this book. And, talking about, I don't know if the red herrings, it adds up, but a lot of, you have to pay attention with reading this book, and it is a good end because, at least for conspiracies, I mean, it goes off the conspiracy in here. I'm going to mention before I'm not much on going about what happened in the book, and this happened, and then Oedipal one did that. I will hit on a few things. I want to link below, in going down a rabbit hole, I came across this booktuber. It's a brief video on Crying of Lot 49, and he does go through and tells you the whole book and lays it out like I couldn't or won't. I like I have some favorite characters in here. There's not a lot of characters because it's brief. I like the psychiatrist, Dr. Hilarious, spelled uh, Hil, well, H-A, I don't, how's it spelled? It's spelled differently than the names of Pynchon's characters are off the chain, aren't they? Well, I can't find the spelling of Hilarious's name, but it's not spelled like hilarious. Let me just riff on Testero. Some of the things Pynchon's known for that appear in this book, conspiracy, things as waste, W-A-S-T-E, it's an acronym. Don't call it waste, because then they'll be onto you and know that you're, it's like saying a wrong pronunciation or a faux pas in a group of people who know, if you say waste, when you're talking about W-A-S-T-E, which is underground postal unit in America that we don't know about. This is the symbol of it, like a cornet or a trumpet, and I'm doing what I said I'm not going to do. The main character, Oedipa, Pynchon rarely writes, hardly ever. The only other time he wrote a female protagonist is in Bleeding Edge. So Oedipa Maas is married, and she, in the second chapter, she has an affair, so there's some wild sex in this book, which Pynchon's known for. I want to talk about some other Pynchon books besides this, because it's not my favorite. It's a good end, and like that. I'm going to get back to it. But Greg said that like Gravity's Rainbow and Against the Day, and I'm going to talk about Mason Dixon too, is packed with fluff. Now, I'm not here to argue, fluff, how dare you? I don't think he meant like that anyway. But, is it filled with red herrings? Yes, many more red herrings in this than this. So, in that regard, it's more powerful, as a punch. You can hit it and quit it, see it and leave it. Where this, I've read 3 times, and I, still, why do I keep going back into it, you might ask. And I ask myself. I've still got a couple videos left in me on this, especially tarot, but I don't know when I'm going to find the time to do them. This is undoubtedly my favorite Against the Day. Pynchon. Really adore this clunker. I wish he'd write a sequel to it. I'd like to read more about the making of it, the writing of it, the Chums of Chance I adore. I need to get I know there's like a handbook to Gravity's Rainbow, but is there like a Pynchon encyclopedia? That's what I need. Like Vonnegut, this is a good resource, this for Vonnegut, but we just got done spending 2 months on Gravity's Rainbow in January and February, and on Discord, and we had a handful of people. Start out with like half a dozen and ended up with maybe 4 or 5, 3 or 4. It's a lot to talk about too. I don't know. Gravity's Rainbow is just, ooh. It's the most grotesque and disgusting and pornographic novel that I've ever read, bar none. Far more than like A Clockwork Orange or Naked Lunch. Far more. Should I tell you something that's in the making for 2027? We're going to do like a read-along for the Beat generation. Yeah, Gavin and I are thinking about it. Gavin at Genre Books. Mason and Dixon. Now, this is another story. It's about real people this time. Fictionalized. I've read this twice. Made me cry. Great story in here. George Washington smokes weed in here. Do you need another reason to read it? We're going to be reading Mason and Dixon in 2027. Probably January and February, I think. So, am I anxious for Lisa, first time reader, to make some comments, some more comments on Voxer? Indeed. I like to turn people on to new books. I don't necessarily. It's not like I was turning her on to it either. She was interested, as people are in Pynchon. What was the first Pynchon I ever read? I don't know. I can't remember. All right, let me know if you like Pynchon. If you'd like to join us for Inherent Vice, we're going to have like a group viewing of the movie too. That's fun. We try to watch it at the same time and, make comments. And so let me know. And if you stuck around this far, I appreciate it. All right, later.